Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of someone complaining because somebody else made rude comments about their body, but it seems like they might have actually been spilling into that person's seat. She says she was sat next to someone at a Broadway show and kept trying to make herself as tiny as possible, but the person next to her wouldn't stop complaining. We're also going to be taking a look at a bonus clip of someone talking about how they can't find any plus-size clothes for their graduation ceremony, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
I've tried to start this numerous times. I don't know how to start it. I'm in New York. I'm in my hotel room. I'm in bed. Yes, I'm naked. Get over it. And I already know.
And we're filming laying down, which is something that a lot of people I cover on this channel are always doing.
If I get any comments, what they'll look like, because God forbid a fat person talk about their lived experience on the internet in the year 2026. Ozempic, we get it. Relax.
It takes her forever to get to it, by the way. Just hang in there.
And honestly, this is like partially about being, no, it's about being a fat woman, for sure. And how men respond to that. I'm 37. This is not new to me. I think men have been a case study for me for a long time.
For me.
But today was like a shining example of it. First, I went shopping this morning because it was freezing in New York and I just needed something to wear. And I found this many stores.
0 stores in New York. You couldn't find clothes
that had something for me. In New York City, Manhattan, baby.
Okay, so you were unable to find clothes in Manhattan. Yeah, well, I heard they don't have a whole lot of shopping over there in New York City. So that's probably that's probably what's going on.
0 options. And the store I was at, I was watching this man hold the door for a bunch of women. And as soon as I got there, he didn't hold the door anymore. And then...
Okay, so that's one person that did not hold the door for her so far in this story.
I had to get it for myself. And then the next place I went to, another man was holding the door for 2 women in front of me. They were like, it looked like I was with them. I wasn't, but it looked like it. He opened the door for them and they walked out. And then when it came time for me to step through the door,
for me,
he no longer waited and he came in because, they don't wait for women they don't want to sleep with.
Okay, so that's the second person that has closed a door in your face. And I'm not going to speak to they only hold the door for people they want to sleep with, because I've never witnessed that. I've held the door for plenty of people. I don't want to bang any of these people. I hold the door for all types of people, regardless of what they look like. That's a very bizarre thing to say.
It's so fascinating. If you are a plus size, fat, whatever you want to say, woman, this will all resonate with you.
I've had people not hold the door for me before. It could be just because they didn't feel like waiting for you. Although it's a little wild to have 2 people close the door in your face in one day. In fact, I think within the span of like 20 minutes. That's messed up, man.
But then tonight, we went to a Broadway show.
And somebody else closed the door in my face. No, I'm just kidding.
And I'm sitting down. It was tiny seats. They were this big.
Are you sure?
Mind you, the 2 people I was with, the seats were tight for them, and they are not plus size in any way, shape, or form.
Were they able to find clothes in Manhattan, or?
And I'm sitting there and just talking to them. There's 2 seats still left of me, and then the aisle, or the right of me, and then the aisle. And I'm obviously wildly aware of how tiny the seats are, because if there is anybody in a public space who is aware of how much space they're taking up and other human beings around them, it is a fat person.
Right, but if the seats are too small for us to fit into, it doesn't really matter how hyper aware we are of our size or the situation or whatever. We either fit into them or we don't.
If you are ever aware of a larger person near you, I just want you to know that they have been aware of you 5 times as long as you've been aware of them.
I understand that if there's a larger person that may not exactly fit into a seat, they are probably having a meltdown inside, mentally. I understand that. That is quite the situation to be in, very embarrassing. I can appreciate that.
They're aware of every square inch of their body that may touch you, and they are going through the mental gymnastics of everything they have to do to make sure that their body is not touching you.
If you don't fit into the seat, there is nothing that you can do mentally to make you fit into the seat.
At any given point. It's constant. It's constant. So anyways, I'm sitting there, and this white man, comes in and sits next to me and pushes my arm off the armrest, mind you. And then proceeds the entire evening, well, before the show and then at intermission, to make comments to the other man he was with about this situation. About
What was the situation? Were we not fitting into our seat properly?
there being a larger person next to him.
Are you sure that's what he was talking about?
Specifically a larger woman next to him. Had it been a man, it would have never happened. But just
if you were spilling into his seat and he was complaining about it, I'm guessing he would complain regardless of who was spilling into his seat. I don't know why we keep trying to frame this in some kind of weird, bizarre way.
small digs all night. Again, if you're a fat person, I don't need to explain. It's just like constant. And mind you, he has the armrest. So his elbow is technically in my space. I have my arms, I have this arm holding this arm as tightly wrapped around me as possible.
Okay, so you're like this, you're trying to squeeze down into this seat, it sounds like?
Have my legs under the seat in front of me. I am making myself as tiny as possible.
Okay, there's the dead giveaway right there. It sounds to me like you didn't exactly fit into this seat, and this dude next to you is complaining about it. And he's making little comments to his friend like, dude, I can't believe this person is spilling into my seat or whatever. And you're getting offended at him. Instead of seeing the problem with this situation, you keep trying to act like he's the problem. But you just said you're going like this, wrapping yourself up, trying to stick your feet under the chair in front of you, and also trying to make yourself as tiny as possible. That lets me know that you probably weren't fitting into your seat completely, and that's what his problem was. You also said the seats were super tiny and even your smaller friends couldn't fit into them. So this tells us that you didn't fit into the seat. It's crazy that we're trying to make him out to be a bad guy.
And that still wasn't enough.
Right, because you can't actually make yourself tiny. If you don't fit into the seat, you don't fit into the seat.
He still made comments pretty much the entire show. Great show, by the way. The performances were crazy. Chess. We saw chess.
Did they have lay down seats so we can watch this thing laying down? You know, because sitting up is really hard. I don't understand how many people film videos laying down. Like, I just don't understand it. I feel like I couldn't even be taken seriously or take myself seriously if I tried to have a serious conversation with you guys when I'm laying down. Like, hey guys, so all this super important stuff happened. Yeah, I'm not going to sit up to talk about it. I can't really be bothered to actually become erect. And I don't mean that in an sexual way, so please, God.
Storyline was lacking, but the musical performances were insane. More than made up for it. So anyways, I don't know what I'm hoping to communicate other than it's just so interesting how men perceive you when you are a fat woman.
Is that what this story was really about? Because it sounded like it was about you spilling into somebody else's space and them having something to say about it. I don't know if it's about whatever you're trying to make it about.
Saying how men perceive you when you are a fat woman versus someone they want to fuck.
Right. I don't think that's what this story was about at all. I don't know why we would even try to spin it that way. That is so bizarre.
And men aren't lonely enough. So let's make them more lonely.
What? There is a male loneliness epidemic. What are you talking about? Men are plenty lonely. Trust me. I feel alone even when I'm in a room full of people. So don't worry. We're feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Okay, love you too. Bye. Now that was an interesting story. She said this was a case of men being mean to her, but it sounds like she was spilling into that dude's seat. She said she was sitting like this. She was trying to put her feet underneath the chair in front of her and trying to make herself as tiny as possible, and this dude still had complaints. So it sounds like maybe we were spilling into that other person's seat. Also, I don't know why so many people that I cover film their videos trying to talk about serious topics while laying down. That is so wild to me. Like, I feel like the bare minimum for having a conversation with another adult is sitting up and paying attention. Like, just look at me and pretend that you're listening to the words. Let me tell you guys about the problems with society. Okay, the real problem is basically everyone but me. Fuck my shit. Let me tell you about the problem with society. These fucking plebs. Oh, God. It sounded to me like she might have been spilling into the seat next to her, and that's why that dude was complaining. Next.
Shopping for plus-size clothes is so demoralizing. I just spent over an hour, I spent the last maybe 2 hours going through every single plus-size store that I fit into, trying to find one. I need 3, but I'm trying to find one brand that carries things that I could wear to graduation.
Okay.
I've been to Rebdolls, Eloquy, Torrid, Hot Topic, Foxblood.
Hot Topic? You want to wear clothes from Hot Topic to your graduation? Dude, I think they need to ungraduate you for that. They need to take away whatever degree. They're like, oh, that's what you want to show up? Yeah, you don't deserve this. Just take it right back.
Tunnel Vision, ASOS, Anthropology, Cider.
I don't know what any of that means. You're basically speaking a foreign language to me. Revdolls, Cider, Cockamamie, Goo Goo Gaga, what? I don't know.
Target even. Hot Topic. Like, not one of them.
Did you say Hot Topic again? Stop going to Hot Topic, man. Hot Topic was never cool. Okay, I want you all to know that. They've been trying to be cool since I was a kid. They never were, though.
These stores that I have historically shopped at, not one of them has something that I could wear to my master's graduation.
Not even Hot Topic? What? This is crazy. They're known for their formal wear.
I won a fucking award. I won an award in my program.
Oh, yeah? For what?
I have a regular graduation, and then I have an all-school graduation. I have 3 events that I need dresses for.
We can't wear the same dress to all 3 events? Why are we always trying to be so fashion forward? You know, what the hell? Why do we always need all these different outfits? What about the last formal event that you went to? I'm sure you've been to them before. Why don't you wear the clothes from that? What happened to those? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to yell. I'm very passionate about fashion. I'm fashionate.
Mention my graduation party, not to mention dinners and celebrations, whatever. I need one dress that I could wear I didn't get to cross because of COVID. Like, I didn't get that. And now I'm graduating with my master's and I cannot find one dress. It feels like a humiliation ritual.
Well, it is my understanding that the average person is between a size 16 and 18 these days, so there should be a lot more plus sizes available in store, from my understanding. If we have a difficult time finding our size in store, perhaps we are outside the norm, perhaps well outside the norm if we can't find sizes that are even close to our size in store.
And that is why when I talk about fashion and accessibility for fat people, and this is why what Samira does is so important, because I can't find one store, one dress. I want one dress.
What size are we looking for? And if we can't find it anywhere, what does that mean?
And I can't find it. Torrid is just the clothes that I normally wear.
If you can't find your size in Torrid, a plus size store, what does that mean?
LP clothes I normally wear. Hot top, like it's like if I want a slip dress, fine. But I went to Selkie. They have their stunning dresses, $500, right? And it's also like, does that fit for graduation? I don't know. And the dresses that I was like, oh, maybe they're not even in stock. And it's just like, when I had finally convinced myself, oh, I'll spend $500.
You're spiraling, fam. By the way, I love that ring once again. She's always wearing these giant ass rings.
It wasn't even in stock, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because
here's what we do. We get ourselves a formal dress or a formal outfit of whatever type that's good for formal events, and we just keep it forever and we just keep wearing it. We should have one from whatever the last formal event we went to was and just wear that. If we constantly need to buy new clothes, why is that? Are we not able to wear the clothes that we bought previously? If those clothes no longer fit, this might be an issue if we are constantly having to buy new clothes. Personally, I can't afford that. I don't know how rich all of you guys are, but I can't afford to constantly buy new dresses. I already have my dresses from before. I can't buy new dresses. What? I'm not made of dresses, dude. I got
Plenty of dresses. My closet is all dresses. Like I can't just constantly be buying new dresses. I got plenty of dresses. Cynical's known for his dresses.
it shouldn't be this hard.
What size are we looking for, and how many sizes is it higher than what they carry in the store?
To get a graduation dress. It's like, if you are not and have never been above a 3X, you will never understand what it is like to be a plus size person shopping for any sort of event, celebration,
Have you heard of the internet? They got a lot of clothes on that there internet. I bought a bow tie on there one time, and I heard they also sell a shirt. They have at least one shirt available for purchase on that there internet. That's a joke. Obviously, there's an endless amount of things that you can buy online, and whatever we wore to our last formal event should be good to wear to this one.
anything outside of just like daily life. You, I guess. You don't deserve to feel beautiful. You don't deserve to feel good in yourself. You don't deserve something nice.
Well, I mean, I don't believe it's up to random companies to provide things to me to make me feel nice or whatever. And also, I deserve whatever I worked for.
Because you're fat. Look, I'm a 5X. I'm a 28. I understand that I'm on the larger end. And
Okay, she said she's a 5X. She's a 20. Is that correct? A 5X size typically corresponds to a US clothing size of 30/32W. So I don't know what she's on about saying that she's a 5X but a 20. According to this, a 5X is 30 through 32W. Let's go back and listen to that again just to be sure.
look, I'm a 5X. I'm a 28. I understand.
I'm a 5X, I'm a 20. I just looked it up. A 20 is a 2X. Okay, no. I already knew that that did not sound right. A 20 is not a 5X. A 5X is a 30 through 32W. So maybe that's why we couldn't find that size in store. If we are well above what is considered average, of course we can't find our size in store. Nobody is buying them.
That I'm on the larger end, and I feel like I don't complain too much about shopping on here. I stay in my lane. I found my clothes, but God does it suck. It sucks.
Okay, where did you end up buying clothes eventually? Online? If I were several sizes above what is considered average, I wouldn't be shocked when they didn't have my size in store.
That on my graduation, something that I'm so unbelievably proud of, I cannot feel happy because I cannot find something to wear.
You can't be happy because you can't find something to wear? Okay, are we willing to do anything to make it so we'll find clothes that we can wear easier in the future? Or no, you guys just need to carry more clothes?
And like, sure, I have them.
Your happiness is dependent on other people providing plus-size clothes for you. I don't know how that mentality is going to help us accomplish anything in life.
Plenty of dresses that, like, worst case scenario, I'll just put on one of my usual black dresses. But God, is it a crime? Is it a crime to want to feel special for one day? It's just...
Okay, how much ownership do we have in this situation? You want to feel special, you want to do this, that, and the other thing. How much of these feelings are supposed to come from within us?
It's so disappointing. Fat people deserve access to clothing as well. It is
Everybody deserves what they have worked for.
not fair that just because of our size, we don't get to feel beautiful. We don't get to dress up for events. We don't get to have our occasions without being so reminded that our body again is a barrier.
Dude, if we are a size 32W, are clothes really at the top of our priorities list? Like...
And my thesis is about fatness and how it impacts the way we move through the world, and it just...
And they let you graduate with that. Wow.
So frustrating. It's so dehumanizing. It's just not fair.
Alright, so there was another person complaining about a lack of plus-size garments in store, but she said that she was a size 30 through 32. Well, she didn't say that. She said 5X. I had to actually do the work on that. For some reason, she thought that a 5X was a 20. I don't know how she could be that confused. That's really weird. I had to look that up. But either way, if we can't find that size in store, I guess it's not as common as we thought. This is something that we've heard countless times on this channel, and it basically goes like this. If the average person is between a size 16 and 18, which is plus size, how come I can't find a 32? Like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. A 32 is double the size of a 16, at least number-wise. I don't know how much it is actually physically. A lot of the really bigger sizes aren't carried in store because a lot of those people don't even shop in person. They shop online or they don't really leave the house. I also don't know why we wouldn't just wear the outfit that we wore to the last formal event. So in that first clip, it sounds like that person was spilling into that other person's seat, which is why they were making negative comments all throughout the night. She said she tried to make herself as tiny as possible, and it still wasn't good enough. And in that second clip, we have another classic case of somebody demanding plus-size garments in person. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.
Baby,